let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is color and cut. So here, for me, I use oil pastels, but you can use whatever crayons that you feel best. For me, whenever I think of a rabbit, I think of Easter bunny. Now, for those of you at home, you're probably wondering, why are we baking a bunny now? Well, just before we left school, because of COVID, our topic was tame and wild animals. So since it's tame and wild animals, I started to think, well, what animals are wild and which animals are tame? And then it popped in my head, just, yes, a tamed animal would be a rabbit. A good example of it, anyhow. Do you know any other tamed animals? Perhaps a dog, perhaps a cat. Do you know any wild animals? Birds, for instance, are really on the fence. When I say that a bird is on the fence, it means that it can either be wild or it could either be tamed at the same time. How about a buffalo? Or how about a zebra? These are animals that aren't tame. So what does tame mean? And what does wild mean? Tame means that the animal is able to be controlled by another human and is able to follow instructions. Whereas a wild animal cannot follow instructions from another person, or will not follow instructions from another person, and in fact could hurt you. So in that case, stay wary of wild animals. Unless you're in a zoo. If you're in a zoo, there's gates and things to protect you from the wild animals. So far, with my little cute bunny rabbit, I have 2 pink and white ears. Now I'm also going to color his nose pink too. So, some things that you can talk about when we're talking about wild and tame animals. You can talk about which animals you would like to have as pets. Pets are usually tame animals, whereas a wild animal you usually cannot have as a pet. Okay, now, at this point, I am now done coloring the ears and the little button nose. See? So, you're going to go ahead and take out a pair of scissors. Make sure you're being very careful with your scissors. If they're too sharp, they may cut you. So, be very careful. And we're going to cut out the ears. Besides talking about the topic of the week, let's talk about how you're doing. How's everything at home? Are you staying safe? Are you being healthy? Always wash your hands. Wash your hands constantly. Please. I want my students to be the exemplary titans of cleanliness. Okay, so I'm almost done cutting the ears out. And in 3, 2, 1. One ear. Two ears. Okay, so we have 2 ears cut out. Now I'm going to work on cutting out its nose and mouth. Now, it's a little nice nose and mouth with 2 buck teeth for it to chew carrots on. Then you have the rest of the paper to cut out as well. Be careful to cut on the lines. Do not cut raggedly or jaggedly. Try to cut in straight lines. So the first one that you see is the strip entitled Body. Body. So we're going to cut out the body first. You see, as I cut down the straight line, I'm not rushing. I'm doing it very slowly and very carefully. Again, be very careful with scissors. So we have body. Next, beside body, there is ding 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 head. So we cut out the strip entitled head. Head. Then we have a round circle with 2 beautiful eyes, and that is its actual head. So we're going to cut that out. Really quick, thinking about it, what shape are you cutting out now? Are you cutting out a triangle? Are you cutting out a square? Are you cutting out a circle? If you answer circle, ding 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 ding, you are correct. You are cutting out a circle. So, more of an oval really, but there you go. Then, we're going to cut out this next piece. It's a mound, which is going to be its body. Thinking about body, make sure that you're being extra healthy at home. Do a few exercises that you can do inside your house. It's very simple to do. Don't overstress yourself too much with it, but still maintain a regular exercise routine. And ta-da! We have the body done. So next, we have the card. See, this is the card. Now, one thing you do not cut down the dotted line. Do not cut down the dotted line. Don't cut down the dotted line. You're going to cut out the rectangle just like this. The rectangle just like this. Okay? And so we cut. Now, question again. Question number 2. What shape are you cutting out now? Are you cutting out a circle? Are you cutting out a triangle? Are you cutting out a square? Or is it a rectangle? If you answered rectangle, you are correct. Okay, so now we just take this, make sure to toss this in the recycle bin. You want to recycle paper. Don't just toss it in regular trash. Okay? Next is time for you to glue the body to the card. So I have the card that we cut out last, and I have the body. I'm going to use double-sided tape because it's far less icky and just as sticky. So it allows me to get the job done without getting my fingers all messy and gluey. So, got that. First part is done. We have the body glued to the card. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the strip of paper entitled Body. See, it says Body. You're going to take that. If you're using glue, use glue. If you're using double-sided tape, you can use double-sided tape too. Both can work. You're going to go ahead and put that on the edge of it. The edge. So here, I put it right on the edge. You see that? It's right on the edge. Just give it some time, and voila! That part is now done. You then take the paper and you loop it together so it forms a circle. Okay? So you loop the paper together so it forms a circle, like a little ring. That's the body. Now, you take the strip of paper that's entitled Head. It says head. Head. You take off a piece of your double-sided tape or glue, both can do, and you put it right there on the end. So again, it goes on the end of the paper. Either side could work as the end. You don't have to do the side that I did, but up to you. So, take off the extra piece, and we're gluing it together now. Bada bing, bada boom. Ta-da! You have another little circle, another little ring. Okay? You want to put your rings down right next to each other so you know where all your pieces are. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to glue the ring that says body. It says body. Glue that to your sheet of paper with the body. go. So now I attach that one loop to the body. Next, you're going to take the head with the two smiling eyes and flip it on its back. Okay, so you should not see the eyes on its back. No eyes. We're going to take one ear, and we're going to glue that to the back of the head. Glue it to the back of the head. Next, we're going to take another piece of double-sided tape or glue, your choice, and we're going to put that onto the back of the head. I put on a little bit too much double-sided tape, so I have to cut off the excess. Okay, so now it should look like that on the back. This is your front. I take off the extra piece of double-sided tape off and loop. Have a nice little start at a bunny. Then you're going to take the other ring you had, this ring, the smallest ring, and you're going to put some double-sided tape on the mouth of your bunny head. So you see where I put the double-sided tape? That's where you would put your glue. And we take off the extra piece of tape, and we take our small ring, and we put that directly on that part. So now you should have something that resembles this. It should look like this. Next, you take some more glue or some more double-sided tape. Now, for those of you at home that aren't using double-sided tape and are using glue, I'm looking at you, Sheila. Make sure that you're not using too much glue. A little glue goes just as far. You don't need to drown your paper in glue in order for something to stick. Okay. So now I put that extra piece on top of the mouth area. You see that? See right there on top of the mouth. Next, take the strip off. And you remember this? The button nose with the two buck teeth? You're going to put that on that area. Okay, so now we have this. Next, you take another piece of glue or another piece of double-sided tape and you take that to the body ring. What's the body ring, you ask? This is the body ring. This is the body ring. And you can take off the extra strip. And then trim with just a little bit of the extra excess paper off. And what you have in front of you is a 3D bunny rabbit. Okay, of course, again, keep your station nice and clean. Don't let it get too dirty or messed up, because that is always nice to keep a clean station. I'm bringing back out my crayons. And what should we do with this bunny rabbit? We should give it a carrot, I think. What do you think? What do you think bunny rabbits eat? Do you think they eat cookies? Do you think they eat cake? How about carrots? Bunnies like to eat carrots. They also like to eat a vegetable called celery. Celery is very delicious, especially if you add peanut butter. So I use my bright orange crayon to draw a carrot stick. I'm going to use my lime green to go ahead and draw some leaves. And I'm going to use my black, also penguin glass. Use your black sparingly. Do not just scribble and color black all over your beautiful art piece. Use it to accent colors. That means to make other colors pop out. For instance, you'll see I'm going to add one line here, another line here, another line here, another line here, and another line here. That's it. No more black. Put it back in its case. And then, for extra emphasis, so for extra fun, you can go ahead and add some stars. I added 5 stars. Okay? Okay, so then this is the final result. I hope you enjoyed this little art session that we had, and I look forward to seeing you back here again for the next activity that I might do. Will it be PE? Will it be cooking? I don't know. Tune in to find out next time.